We'll see.
Hey, yo, you should
No.
Yo,
You guys know we're live, right?
Oh.
Hello. Welcome to the Saints vs. Lions game halftime show. Brought to you by
Coca-Cola.
Currently, the Saints are winning in a lopsided battle. It is 28-0. Instead of doing what we usually do, looking at the highlights, we would like to commemorate a longtime friend and mentor because he was a SportsCenter host and he really helped us. Stuart Scott, who recently died of cancer.
It's hard. He recently came out with a book. Every day I fight.
Yeah, here, I'll give you some money.
For just $12.99, you guys can get it. I recently read it. Mates recently got it. And I really recommend you guys getting it.
It's a really good book.
Okay, now we'll go around the set and ask what was the thing that touched you most from Stuart Scott's book?
Well, the thing that touched me most about his book is that he didn't know when the last day would come when he has cancer, and he made every day the best that he could possibly make it, no matter how bad or how good his day might have been. So he made the most out of it, no matter what happened.
You can go, Alex.
Alex.
I think that Stuart Scott was a great role model for everyone all around the world because even though he was diagnosed with cancer, he lived every day.
It's okay, guys.
It's alright, just keep playing.
He was a great friend to me. I knew him personally. He was just a great man that went too early.
Nick.
Yeah, I personally knew him as a friend. He was a really close friend of mine. We spent almost every day together on the set, and his personality, he was always happy, he would always come, even though everything he was going through, it really made me just come to work with a different attitude, because I really came knowing that I had nothing to worry about, nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to be not wanting to do what I gotta do every day.
And that's well said. I mean, his story, it was just put together so well that, like, it kind of makes you feel like you have to do everything the most it could be, because even if you don't have cancer, you could die any day. So,
I was inspired by Stuart Scott's life. I didn't know him personally, but I read his book and I had talked to him before, and I was inspired because everything bad that happened to him, he would just brush it off and keep going. When he was young, he had problems with his eyes, and that made him stop, like, his dream for to become an NFL player. And then he got cancer, and it totally, like, changed his life in a big way, and it made him think more of the present and not what was coming up in his life. And that is why I am really inspired by him. That was very touching. It just brings out and shows how good of a guy Stuart Scott was. So the second question is, what was your favorite part of the book?
My favorite part of the book was when Stuart Scott watched...
It's alright. It's okay. We'll get through this together.
Watch his daughter play a soccer game, and even though it was my favorite part because even though he was diagnosed with cancer and he was like on the verge of dying, he mustered up all of his strength.
Okay.
To watch his daughter
It's
play
alright.
soccer.
Can I have one too? I'm like really
Yeah, I
needy right
got
now.
you.
Thank you.
My favorite part of the book had to be when...
We're all good, Alex.
It's okay.
My favorite
Just
part
get
of
over
the book
it.
had to be when he said he didn't do the ice piece for him, but he did it for all the people who had cancer. And that's really affects me, that really touches me, because it shows he wasn't a selfish person. He did everything, not for himself, but for other people, because he knew that he was living his life knowing that every day he doesn't know if he's going to be alive the next day. So he's doing everything for other people, and so people know that cancer isn't something that's to kill you. It's something that, you know, a lot of people go through. So that was really some favorite part of it.
He was a great guy.
Yeah, very good.
Now, Danny.
Alright, so even though this might not sound right off the bat, my favorite part of the novel was like the first time they got diagnosed with cancer, because because that was sort of the most powerful part of the whole novel to me, was because it showed that no man is invincible, and like there are going to be challenges in the way, and him getting diagnosed with cancer completely changed his view on life, and basically now he will live every day to the fullest, as I have mentioned already, and that was just the beginning of all of that. So, props to him. He will be missed.
Okay. And the third question is, if you were in Stuart Scott's shoes, would you trade in all the times you had with your family and all the great experiences you had when you had cancer for being cancer free? Starting with Nick.
Personally, I don't think I would, because he really learned a lot having cancer. That, like I said before, every day you don't know when's your last. You have to live every day like it's your last. Doing everything for good, doing everything for God, how he would say, and having 2 daughters, he really put that into his life, doing everything to the best of his ability every single day. And he became a better person. He became not as selfish with different people in his life when he had cancer. So personally, I would not trade in the cancer for that. There's many people that would, but I think I would stay with everything I did in the SPs, different things, while I had cancer. And how about you guys?
I'll go first, if that's fine with you. Like you said, I would not want to. I'd rather have cancer than give up all the things that I've done during cancer, mainly because of the fact that cancer has made me look at life. It had made him, look at life in a new way. And I know it's sad, but like he became stronger, and he became a fighter once he started getting cancer. Like he was already very athletic and strong, and like physically and mentally strong. But like once he got diagnosed with cancer, everything he did had a passion for it, and no matter what it was, he just kept fighting, and he made the most out of every moment that he could possibly get. Alex?
I agree with both of you guys. I wouldn't trade in not having cancer.
It's alright.
Because with Stuart Scott, his life changed so much. Like, he may not have had a long life like many other people would have without cancer, but he made his life, he lived it with a purpose. Everything he did, he had a purpose to it. Like he said, one quote from his book, it said, make every dash count. So, I think that really explains a lot, and because kind
of gets you a lot of words.
Yeah.
That's how deep his book is. I mean, you should totally go and buy it, because it's only $12.99, and it gives you almost a whole life story of the struggles that he's been through. So.
Exactly.
Emmett, do you have anything else to add before we conclude this halftime presentation?
If I was in Stuart Scott's shoes, I don't know. I might want to not have cancer, but with all the experiences and different things that he learned from his family and all the experiences he had, I think I would keep the cancer and live my life to the fullest if I was him. And that's the end of our halftime show between the Saints and the Lions.
That you, brother.
Thank you.
Hey, you're so sweaty.
I know.
Thank you.